Hello, I'm Dave Christensen from BurialInsuranceAdvice.com. Today I'd like to talk to you about saving money on funeral arrangements. There's many reasons why you might want to do that, not the least of which is the scarcity of resources, which is not uncommon. I have here an itemization and accounting of what was spent on my father's funeral when he passed away 5 years ago in 2007. This breaks down. The total expense was $9,931. It's pretty close to $10,000. And I'm going to go over briefly some of the larger expenses on this list. I've written it down. I took some notes. Embalming, $500. Casketing, dressing the body, and some cosmetology expenses, $140. The funeral home itself, the arrangements that they make for you, and the supervision of the staff and the staff on hand at the funeral service or memorial service, and use of the facilities, they all came up to, they all added up to $2,000. Livery, that's bringing the body from the morgue or from your home to the funeral home, $640. Casket and the vault, there's two big items right there. The casket comes in different styles and degree of quality, and a lot of options you have there. My father's cost $3,700, and the vault, which is the concrete structure into which the casket is placed in the ground, that it's not always required. Some cemeteries require it, some don't. $1,670. So together, the casket and the vault, two big ticket items, they add up to $5,370 in this case. We got some minor merchandise. We have acknowledgement cards, prayer cards. Those are the little things at the funeral or memorial service. Registration book that people sign when they arrive to attend the memorial service. $350 they add up to. 3 cars to the cemetery to accompany the hearse and the limo which carries the immediate family. That was $150. The obituary, that's a big ticket item, or can be. Some people write a little mini novel, which is a nice touch, but it certainly is expensive. We ran for 2 days a brief obituary in the local paper for my father. It came to $220. Death certificates, they're needed. It's an official document you need to close out a bank account, and for some other things. We ordered 9 of those for $10 each. We gave the minister $100 for saying some prayers, and we gave the honor guard. He was buried in a national military veteran cemetery. That was $75. Now, I want to approach this from a standpoint of saving money. As I said earlier, the money you could save by choosing cremation over burial in a cemetery is substantial. So just some of those big ticket items that you would not need if you chose cremation. Embalming, there's number one, you don't need to be embalmed if you're going to be cremated. That's $500. Dressing up the body and the fixing up the casket, $140. Cosmetology, that's not needed. Livery, you might need a little livery, but you don't need much. Casket and vault, two big ticket items you don't need. Over $5,000 just there. Cars to the cemetery. In all of the $9,900, it was over $9,900 of all that on here we could have saved if he chose to be cremated. It would have saved $6,800. We did not pay that. My father did. He paid it in advance and prearranged it in advance. But clearly, you can easily see where there's money to be saved. Now, there's other money you could save too if you chose to have a memorial service in your home after cremation. You don't need the funeral home for that. You cut down greatly on that. You might need their assistance for this or that, but you won't need their facilities. The casket, you can certainly shop for that. There's nothing saying you can't. In all 50 states, you could shop for a casket, buy it direct, have it shipped in, and the Federal Trade Commission has what they call the funeral rule. There's a lot to that, but one of the things that it says is the funeral home can't add on a surcharge for handling your casket that you purchased somewhere else. They'll take delivery of it and they'll use it for you. So there's a lot of options, and you can find a lot of discussion about those options on burialinsuranceadvice.com. We've put that together for people who like to get their information from somebody that's not trying to sell them something like we do. So go there if you can and see what's there. There's quite a few articles exploring your different options for funding your final expenses and for differentiating and understanding the terminology between burial insurance, funeral cover. It's called different things in different places around the world, but most of those terms are interchangeable. So thank you for spending some time with us today. We appreciate it, and if you found this information to be useful, do us a favor and click the Facebook like button and or share the information with your friends on Facebook, or give us a tweet or do something like that. We would appreciate that. If you do, that enables other people to find the information too. Thank you, and have a good day.